because of this bad incident, now people are panicking and danger started to even in Ramnagar. For that, actually, government even now they have to take proper decision.
Almost 117 plus tests what we have done. And they have been shifted to Victoria Hospital, others are shifted to H.
The shifting of troublemakers from a containment zone to a green zone has led to a big political battle in Karnataka. The JDS has now accused government in the state but also a senior police officer of malice. So was this a mistake or was this an act of malice? That's our top focus story. I'm Gaurav Sawant. Action-packed 30 minutes lined up. Let's get started. The situation remains grim in the United States of America. 50,000 people have lost their lives. But in India, there is a mathematical projection that says that if this lockdown stays till the 16th of May, India could well flatten the curve. What are the numbers as on date? Take a look at the big picture on your television screen. As on date, there are 23,452 confirmed cases in the country. So far, unfortunately, 723 people have lost their lives in the war against coronavirus. But the good news is that 4,814 people have also recovered. This is the latest information provided by the Health Ministry as at 9 p.m. this evening. Let's also quickly go through some of the hotspots. Let's talk about the national capital, Delhi. Let's also talk about Mumbai. I'll also take you to Chennai. So in Delhi, 46 people in Jahangirpuri have tested positive for COVID-19. The total number of cases in Jahangirpuri as on date stand at 89. There are no new cases in two areas. In Vasundhara Enclave, in the past 28 days, the containment zone is now being cleared. With the increasing number of COVID-19 cases in Dharavi in Mumbai, the Interministerial Central Team released a report saying that the cases in Dharavi shot up, perhaps because people were using community toilets. The Interministerial Team has also suggested the use of portable toilets in Asia's largest slum cluster. They've also suggested institutional quarantine for 2,000 to 3,000 people. The state government in Tamil Nadu has taken strict measures to contain the spread of coronavirus. The government has ordered a complete lockdown not just in Chennai but also across Coimbatore, Madurai, Salem and Tirupur between the 26th and the 29th of April. But our top focus story is from Karnataka. Now, between Mysuru and Bengaluru, there is, and both are hotspots incidentally, there is the Ramnagar area and this is a green zone. So between two hotspots, between two red zones, there's a green zone and this is an area where some troublemakers were sent to a prison, to the Ramnagar prison. That is where problem arose because at least 5 have tested positive and former Chief Minister of Karnataka, H.D. Kumaraswamy, who incidentally comes from that area, he's accused the BJP government, he's accused the Yediyurappa government of malice. He's singled out a senior police officer. He's questioned why would people be taken from a containment zone to a green zone prison? Why were they not taken elsewhere like they have been now?
An attack on civic workers in Bengaluru. The arrest of 116 people involved in the assault and their transfer to a neighbouring district is having far-reaching consequences for Karnataka. Ramnagara had not seen a single coronavirus case till now, despite being close to the state capital, which is a hot spot. But the district has just lost the badge of honour. 5 inmates of the Ramnagara prison have tested positive for coronavirus, allegedly because of a lapse by the state police. The police had kept all the suspects in the Bengaluru violence at the Ramnagara jail. But they overlooked the fact that the accused were from the same locality where the civic workers had gone to quarantine people who were suspected to have coronavirus. Former CM H.D. Kumaraswamy and his wife Anita, who are MLAs from the Ramnagar district, are accusing the Yediyurappa government of endangering the residents of Ramnagar.
Ramnagaram basically that is green zone. No positive results were came from last 1.5 months. All people are very safe. Because of this bad incident, now people are panic and danger started to even in Ramnagar. For that actually government even now they have to take proper decision.
The 5 coronavirus positive under trials are currently getting treatment, while all the Ramnagar jail officials who interacted with them are in quarantine. The state government says all precautions are being taken.
5 people have tested positive out of 100 and almost 117 plus tests what we have done. And they have been shifted to Victoria Hospital, others are shifted to Hajj.
The authorities have shifted all the remaining accused to the Hajj Bhavan in Bengaluru. But the fear is it might be too late now that some of the accused have already tested positive.
The authorities have moved the remaining accused to Hajj Bhavan in Bengaluru, but the fear is it might be too late as some of the accused have tested positive. Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru.
India Today's Nagarjun Dwarkanath now joins me for more on the story. I also have with me Mr. B.M. Farooq, the National Working President of the JDS, joining me on the show. But Nagarjun, let me understand this from you first. What is the government's explanation? Why were troublemakers from a containment zone taken to a green zone prison?
In fact, Gaurav, they didn't expect that these convicts or the accused will be testing positive. Their defense was that they didn't have space in Bangalore, and according to the regulations, for COVID regulations, they thought Ramnagar prison would be apt prison because it's small and these 100 persons who were arrested could be put in and could be tamed there. But unfortunately for them, it seems like they turned positive and everything went haywire for them, and then they were moved to Hajj Bhavan, which they could have done initially itself. So they are on back foot because both JDS and Congress are attacking the government today, saying the blood is on their hands and they have caused a blunder today.
Yes. This could well be a very costly mistake if it is. But Mr. Farooq, why does the JDS say that this could be an act of malice? Is this a mistake or is there more to this, sir?
It's basically it's a failure of the government. See, already there is a containment zone. Adharanipura has been declared as a containment zone. Government should have provided all the basic facilities. Corporation should have given, including whatever their food grains or what milk product, whatever is required for them. When there is a home quarantine, then they made it as an institutional quarantine. So the area was containment zone. As per containment zone, nobody should come out. None of them should come out from that area. And whatever they require, like, basic essential food material like milk, product, or whatever is food and all, should be provided by the corporation or the government. Okay. This is the basic. Okay. So when there is a issue was there, they were not getting proper food and other things. Okay. Initially, first they shifted around 30 people. They were aware that there were 2 cases of the positive corona on this. So immediately the rest of the people also to be shifted. So
yes.
Basically the police and the officer, they had gone to the area. They said we want to test them. So, and of course, there was some agitation and all that started. There was some bad scene and all that. So immediately, so they were planned to shift it to Ramnagar, where, in Karnataka, there are under 30 districts. Out of 30 districts, 7 districts are under green zone. Absolutely, there is no corona cases, out of which Ramnagar is the one. So the moment when the agitation started, so the officials or the police, they have not maintained any social distance. They just, dumped them in the bus and started shifting immediately to Ramnagar jail. So this is very unfortunate. That means government doesn't have a facility in Bangalore itself.
Were they shifted to Ramnagar because of the proximity, sir? Sir, were they shifted because of proximity? It's only 40 kilometers away. Or do you say there is malice involved because this is H.D. Kumaraswamy's constituency? Is that your contention?
So I don't know about this, whether the contention is whether HD Kumar, so maybe this JDS belt area one way it is. And apart from that, the most important thing is, see, government had a very good policy, like strategy. One district should not be crossed to another district. Unless there is a medical emergency, the senior officials like DC or SP should, for any medical emergency, they should go to the district to district. So in such cases where there is no cases are there, Bangalore has got every facility, if at all to be institutional quarantine also, there are a lot of facilities there. So that means we clearly shows that government is not prepared for such events. There is no infrastructure, we can say that. So what was the necessity to shift it to Ramnagar when there is so many facilities there itself?
No infrastructure
there
in Bengaluru is what you're saying. But Nagarjun, yes. Nagarjun, I want to understand from you, if they were ultimately shifted to the Hajj House after Ramnagara, why were they not shifted to the Hajj House in the first place after the trouble in the Padnaranpur area?
Well, that is true. In fact, that's the question that we posed to the Deputy Chief Minister also, that why didn't they move the inmates to Hajj House at the first place, and rather than moving them to Ramnagar prison? But the government didn't have any answer. It is just an administrative lapse, clearly, but they're on a back foot. They're not accepting their mistake. Like Kumaraswamy was mentioning, that it was because of a senior police officer who convinced the government that it would be Ramnagar would be a better place for the inmates to be moved, and that is why the government listened to a single police officer, senior police officer. Depending on his words, they moved. But now they are regretting. In fact, Deputy Chief Minister, when I spoke to him on the phone, he told me that they should have moved them to Hajj Bhavan first, tested them, and then put them in Ramnagar prison after they had clear negative certificates from the health department. But depending on one police officer, what Kumaraswamy claims, that they all moved 100 odd convicts accused to the Ramnagar prison. Now they have created a big blunder. Gaurav, in fact, Ramnagar was one of the green zones, and just today the Chief Secretary had mentioned that industries in rural area in green zones can be opened. Now Ramnagar unfortunately has missed the bus because it's in red zone now, and no industries would be opening there. It's a big business loss for the district.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And precious lives could well be at stake here. And this is a mistake that India can ill afford. Mr. Farooq and Nagarjun Dwarkanath, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. This could potentially be a fatal mistake of the administration. But this isn't the only big mistake. The next story we are about to show you, again from Karnataka, is this lack of knowledge or is this lack of interest? Take a look at the images we are about to show you, where a lady worker is actually putting the same thermometer in the mouths of several people without properly sanitizing it. At a time when hygiene and social distancing are the buzzword across the country, this officer in Karnataka seems to be doing just the opposite. Her name is Yasmin Sultan. She works as the local officer in the municipal council of Bantwal. Now she's apparently using the same thermometer to screen multiple people. She's dipped the thermometer apparently only in water and then is using it on the next person. All this is happening at a time when this place where this is happening is barely 400 meters away from a COVID hotspot. The visuals have gone viral on social media and senior government officers have taken notice. They say action will be taken. So it's not just what's happening at Ramnagar or the incident of this lady Yasmin. Let me also now shift focus to what's happening where social distancing is not being followed at all, and this again could have major consequences. These images on your television screen, serious lockdown violation. This is in Karnataka's Devangere district. Now Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's political secretary Renuka Charya stands accused of defying all social distancing norms while distributing ration kits to ASHA workers. Look at these images. All ASHA workers are cramped up in one room, and this video went viral. The MLA is on stage. ASHA workers are sitting some with masks. Sadly, some are not even wearing masks. And remember, ASHA workers play a very crucial role in sensitizing and screening people. Now, during this entire event, none of them, as you can see in these images, are maintaining social distance, and this comes at a time when the nation is talking about social distancing and wearing masks. There is breaking news that's just coming in. News just coming in. Maulana Saad, the emir of the Tablighi Jamaat, has spoken to India Today's Arvind Ojha. We bring you this India Today exclusive where Maulana Saad has told India Today's Arvind Ojha that he has just undergone the coronavirus test. He's awaiting the report. He spoke exclusively to India Today from his location. Of course, this is an email interview. Maulana Saad claims he's undergone the COVID test. He's waiting for results. He's also claimed that Tablighi Jamaat had suspended all activities before lockdown was imposed. Now, Maulana Saad also claims that the Delhi police are aware of his location. They've searched his residence. He's rubbished charges of money laundering. He insists that all donations are voluntary. He insists that no laws were broken by members of the Tablighi Jamaat, and there's much more to this interview. I quickly want to bring in India Today's Arvind Ojha for more on the story. Arvind, कहाँ है मौलाना साद? क्यों दिल्ली पुलिस उन्हें गिरफ्तार नहीं कर पाई है? क्या बातचीत रही आपकी?
देखिए, मैं आपको बताऊं गौरव, सबसे पहले कि लगातार इंडिया टुडे ट्रैक कर रही है मौलाना साद को, और मौलाना साद, जो हमारी जानकारी है इंडिया टुडे की, वो जामिया के जाकिर नगर इलाके में ही है। हम लगातार मौलाना साद को ट्रैक कर रहे थे और फाइनली इंडिया टुडे से उसने बात की, और जो इंडिया टुडे को इंटरव्यू दिया है, लिखित में इंटरव्यू दिया है ये रिटर्न में, जिसमें बड़ा खुलासा हुआ, जो एक कंफ्यूजन था, तो मौलाना साद ने इंडिया टुडे को ये बताया कि उसने कोरोना का टेस्ट करवाया है और जिसका रिजल्ट कल आ जाएगा, और ये रिजल्ट जो है वो क्राइम ब्रांच को सौंपा जाएगा। तो एक बड़ी बात ये है इस इंटरव्यू में कि कोरोना का टेस्ट कराया है और कल रिजल्ट आएगा तो वो क्राइम ब्रांच को सौंपेगा। अगर रिजल्ट निगेटिव आता है तो क्राइम ब्रांच आगे बढ़ेगी। बहुत मुमकिन है कि मौलाना साद को हिरासत में लिया जाएगा और उससे पूछताछ होगी। दूसरी बड़ी बात जो इंटरव्यू में है गौरव, वो मौलाना साद ने कहा है कि एजेंसी को, यानी दिल्ली पुलिस क्राइम ब्रांच को जानकारी है कि वो कहाँ पर है, और इस बारे में पूरी जानकारी है। तीसरी बड़ी बात उसने की कि क्राइम ब्रांच ने खुद उसके घर पर रेड की थी, उस वक्त उसका बेटा था, घर की तलाशी ली गई थी। तो ये काफ़ी इंटरव्यू में इंडिया टुडे से एक्सक्लूसिव बातचीत में मौलाना साद ने बताया। साथ ही साथ हमने उससे ये भी सवाल पूछा कि आपके ऊपर अबेटमेंट टू सुसाइड का केस लगा है, 304 का केस लगा है, काफ़ी गंभीर। उसने कहा कि मैंने ऐसा कोई काम नहीं किया है जिससे इस तरह की FIR मेरे ऊपर दर्ज हो। मैंने क्राइम ब्रांच से FIR की कॉपी मांगी थी। और जो और इम्पोर्टेंट बात यह है कि जिस तरह से लगातार मरकज से जमातियों की मिसबिहेव की न्यूज आ रही है लगातार पूरे देश से,
प्रश्न ये है कि जब जमातियों से कहा जा रहा था अरविंद कि उस जगह को छोड़ो, बाहर निकलो, क्वारंटीन सेंटर में जाओ, तो क्यों नहीं जा रहे थे क्वारंटीन सेंटर में? क्यों इतना रेजिस्टेंस था? और क्वारंटीन सेंटर में जो इस तरह की खबरें आ रही हैं कि जिस तरह से बर्ताव हो रहा है डॉक्टरों के साथ, हेल्थ केयर वर्कर्स के साथ, और यही नहीं, अभी भी कुछ लोग लापता हैं। दिल्ली पुलिस उनको और देश भर के अलग अलग राज्यों की पुलिस तलाश रही है। क्या कहना है मौलाना साद का? क्यों क्या वो कह रहे हैं अपने अनुयायियों को कि बाहर आएं और अपना टेस्ट कराएं?
जी बिल्कुल गौरव, आपने पूछा, पूरा देश ये जानना चाहता था और क्राइम ब्रांच भी ये सारे सवाल मौलाना साद से पूछना चाहती थी, लेकिन इंडिया टुडे ने ये सारे सवाल उससे पूछे हैं। मौलाना साद का कहना है कि 24 मार्च को जब लॉकडाउन का ऐलान होना था, उसके पहले ही वहाँ से मरकज से काफ़ी लोगों को निकाला गया था, और मैंने पहले से इन लोगों को मतलब 23 तारीख को हमने जितना भी अपना मरकज का प्रोग्राम था उसको सस्पेंड कर दिया था। तो ये इस तरह की मौलाना साद जो इंटरव्यू में वो दलीलें दे रहा है, उसका कहना है उसका कोई कसूर नहीं है, उसकी कोई गलती नहीं है, लेकिन क्राइम ब्रांच उसको ग्रिल करेगी। साथ ही साथ हमने उससे ये भी पूछा कि मरकज पर लगातार ईडी ने एफआईआर दर्ज कर ली है और उस पर फंडिंग का मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का आरोप लग रहा है। उसका कहना है कि ये तमाम जो आरोप है वो बेबुनियाद है। जमात में जो लोग आते हैं वो अपना पैसा खर्चा करते। साथ ही साथ जो आपने सवाल पूछा, जो पूरे देश के न्यूज़ में सुर्खियों में, उस पर उसने सवाल दिया कि किस तरीके से जो जमाती है वो डॉक्टर के साथ मिसबिहेव कर रहे हैं, कहीं लड़ाई झगड़ा क्वारंटीन सेंटर में कर रहे हैं। तो उसका कहना है, बड़ी बात मौलाना साहब ने कही, उसका कहना है कि अगर इस तरह की कोई मिसबिहेव करता है तो उसके खिलाफ कानूनी एक्शन होना चाहिए। लेकिन साथ ही साथ उसने अपना बचाव भी किया कि जो जमात के लोग वो काफ़ी डिसिप्लिन है, कि कई बार इस तरह की फेक न्यूज़ भी आई है जिसको खुद जो अथॉरिटी है उसने क्लियर किया है। तो कुल मिला के जी गौरव, तो कुल मिला के यही है कि बड़ी बात यही है कि
दिल्ली पुलिस क्या कार्रवाई करती है, क्या रिपोर्ट आती है। फिलहाल अरविंद ओझा इस जानकारी के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जी। I now want to shift focus to the other big story we're tracking here on India Today, and for that let's shift focus to what's happening across the border in Pakistan. There is a spike in COVID-19 cases even in Pakistan, but social distancing, is that being followed? Not really, but that's Pakistan's problem. The other issue that's happening is, as the world looks for a medicine, for a vaccine, China claims it has the vaccine and it will be testing them on people in Pakistan.
The Chinese People's Liberation Army has now joined a new type of arms race. A global race to develop a vaccine for COVID-19, the PLA is now in total command of China's research program for the coronavirus shots. News reports suggest a Chinese firm, Sinopharm, has offered to conduct clinical trials for a version of the vaccine in Pakistan. Yes, the Beijing-based company has sought human guinea pigs from China's all-weather ally in the neighborhood. The demand has raised profound questions. A Pakistani-American writer, a global fellow at Washington's Wilson Center, Farhanaz Ispahani, has challenged Prime Minister Imran Khan to reject the proposal. Strategic affairs experts are also questioning the intentions given the track record of China-Pakistan ties.
For China, Pakistan is a client, not an actual partner. In fact, China treats Pakistan as something of a guinea pig. It has sold Pakistan weapon systems not deployed by the Chinese military, as well as outdated or untested nuclear reactors. Now China will conduct clinical trials in Pakistan of the coronavirus vaccine that it is rushing to develop so as to cash in commercially.
The Chinese company luring Pakistan into surrendering its people for clinical trials doesn't yet figure on the WHO's list of leading vaccine candidate. Remember, the PLA has banned China's researchers from publishing any study on COVID-19 directly. The Chinese army's sweeping control of the country's testing program, its ban on research studies, and a Chinese company's reach out to Pakistan for human trials deepens suspicions about the safety of the potential Chinese-made drug. With Ankit Kumar in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
India Today's Ankit Kumar now joins me for more on the story. And Ankit, is there merit in this contention that Pakistanis are willingly becoming guinea pigs for Chinese clinical trials, but some within Pakistan are not very comfortable about this?
Well, at the heart of the controversy is the Chinese pharmaceutical company which has reached out to Pakistan offering to join human clinical trials. Now the problem is that China already has 3 ongoing clinical trials inside China, and this company is not part of those trials. What Pakistan is going to get here is an untried, untested new vaccine which China is not willing to try on its own citizens first. And that is something that is being questioned by experts from around the world, including experts from Pakistan, as to why China will not share the kind of vaccine that it has already tested on its own citizens. Why use Pakistan as a guinea pig to try an untested new candidate vaccine for coronavirus?
Absolutely, Ankit. That's a question that Imran Khan must answer if he can stand up to the Chinese masters. But for the moment, Ankit, many thanks for joining me. That is all I have time for on India First this evening.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.